She just attacked
I
him.
love that she did that. That's hilarious.
It might have been Grimes, actually. It might have been his actual part-time chick.
What I was going to say is, dude, yeah, there's a woman that comes to our shows that might want my seed, and I've been debating whether to give it to her or not.
I think that I've never seen you use so much restraint in seed giving. Would you get a blowjob from this woman, Leo?
No, I wouldn't. All right? And you know I wouldn't, dude.
Leo.
She deserves my seed if she wants my seed.
Leo, tell me right now about the ugliest blowjob you've ever received.
You're going to drown.
Oh, well, fuck. I'm fucking glad, because this game's boring
Ugliest
as shit.
blowjob I've ever received. Fat woman. Smoker. Bad teeth.
Okay. Did I drown, Austin? Did I fuck?
You saved yourself.
How long do I have to catch my breath for?
You're good.
Okay,
You're just going the wrong way.
This game stinks.
You got to hold down and then like hold the B button so you can spin.
Oh, there it is,
And then
dude.
you hold the down but let go and then hold down so you roll.
I hate this game, dude. Leo, tell me about a blowjob. That's gonna be
All
more
right,
fun.
so this chick, as you get just as you're getting annihilated in Sonic level 1, dude. This seems like a pretty complicated level 1, dude. What the hell is going on?
By a very calm little lake is what's killing me too.
Yeah, dude, just fucking like. All right, so she was like, all right, so it was a catfish type situation online, probably 10 years ago. Online, I go over to her house. She literally looks like she could play like a dude in an army movie almost. She's stocky.
How old?
She's probably like 30. And she was a smoker.
Pull up the Dreamcast too, Austin. Okay, she's a smoker.
She's a smoker, fat. She had like terrible teeth. And was just a foul woman. Just talking about like one of those women.
Was she
that
charming?
Just like within the first 5 minutes is telling me about some guy that she blew just recently.
Oh.
Like it was just so fucked up.
One of my buddies, who I will not name, who's a fat fucker legend, known for just taking down the ugliest chicks when he would get drunk.
Hell yeah.
One time he didn't have a house in a city that he lived in. He didn't have a house, and for 5 nights, he had to find places to sleep.
Oh, my God.
And he just fucked fat girls for like 3 of those nights and slept with them. And I think the other 2, he might have stayed with his brother.
Wow.
But he one time brought a girl so fat to our house to fuck, I think she got stuck in the hallway.
No.
And he had helped down the stairs. We had a really narrow stair set. She couldn't make it down.
That's unbelievable.
She was covered in hickeys from another guy, though.
Oh, come on.
And he didn't care.
See, that's why women are just lucky, dude. You guys don't know what it's like. You guys can just go out. Even the ugliest shit goes out, and still there's some guy that might offer her some dick that's like half handsome.
Well, so this chick, how was the blowjob?
It was phenomenal.
Good blowjob?
Yeah, she killed it. Like every.
Do you have her
fat girl.
number?
I do, probably.
Should we call her?
You know what? No, dude.
Dude, will this be the best episode ever if you called this chick?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember her name. I'd have to look for it for a while, probably.
Yeah, it's tough. The names from way back then are
Dude,
tough
I
to
don't.
recall.
Yeah, it's crazy how like if you guys are younger in your 20s and shit, and you remember a lot of high school, dude. By the time you're my age, I mean, how much do you really remember about
high school?
Yeah,
I remember a couple of moments from every year, basically.
exactly.
But they're not even designated into years.
Right.
I just remember sort of like, okay, that was the second half of high school. I remember this one drama class. I remember getting blown in this one backyard. Then there was the night I got alcohol poisoning.
Give us like, I mean, just for the sake of like just a mental exercise right now, let's both come up with like a fun high school story. You get like, do you want to make it sexual? I mean, my first blowjob was in a staircase in high school. That was the first one ever.
Yeah, so this was my story in high school. I hit puberty super late, and I had a really fucked up haircut. Mm-hmm. It looked like a lampshade over my head.
Why did you have a fucked up haircut? I mean, this was your choice.
Has much changed?
No, I mean, you have so much confidence. I mean, you know that it's like the next level when it's longer. It looks really dope, but you just can't stand it for jujitsu. So you have to get the peso pluma. But you're lucky peso made it you.
Yeah.
Because half the nation's fucking has the haircut now.
Yeah,
so it's
people got to
crazy.
respect now. It's
Yeah,
the
people
peso
respect
cut.
the peso cut. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of, because this story kind of has a happy All right, yeah, I'll tell the story because it ends with me getting a blowjob from a chick who at the time was hot, and I'm reluctant to tell a story where I am so triumphant because those aren't as funny or as relatable as like I tried to fuck a fat girl and she told the entire school I had a small penis kind of stories.
I get that, yeah.
But so my freshman and sophomore year of high school, I got no attention from women. I was the anti-pussy. I remember I tried to, in 8th grade, we were sitting down with this chick, Jessica Gamboa. What was her fucking? Her name was like Jessica something, not Jessica Gamboa. It was something else. But her and Nick Otto were kind of flirting, and I just wanted attention from this girl so bad that I just blurted something. I just blurted. And I used to have a speech problem. They actually recommended me to speech class because my mind goes a million miles a minute, but my mouth couldn't keep up. And I would just say things like, yeah, but if you're just doing it like that, but there's we can't feel that way, Nick.
Wow.
And I blurted something like that. And this girl, Jessica, just looks me in the eye and goes, okay, you're scary. Don't talk to me.
Oh my God. That's one of the worst rejections I've ever heard.
Scary, creepy, got him all the time.
Damn.
I was not smooth in any way.
Damn.
And I desperately wanted chicks to like me. Couldn't pull it off, though. I was 120 pounds, skinnier than Dino. Dino looks like Mr. Olympia compared to how I looked my freshman year of high school.
Damn.
Real bad. And something happened, though, between my sophomore and junior year. I got my braces off, I cut my hair, and I started lifting weights.
You got tall. You were taller, too.
I was always tall, but I was this gangly tall. But I put on 25 pounds from lifting weights, mostly just eating. My mom would make me a milkshake every day after I got home from the gym.
Nice.
Fucking
Smart.
Gains, right, bro?
Yeah.
So
gains, yeah.
I had this, I was basically a new guy my junior year. My game was still saltine caliber.
I get that. Yeah, totally.
But if I didn't talk myself out of pussy, I could occasionally get pussy.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, people, this was Casa Roble Fundamental High School, okay? I didn't grow up in Orange County or San Diego.
Yeah.
All of our chicks were relatively hot.
Yeah.
Which I'm very proud of that. I am like a guy who grew up in a war-torn country and learned to appreciate nothing.
Yeah.
Because our hot girls, quote unquote, would be Los Angeles fucking fives. They were not hot, but we had nothing to work with. So one of them, the hottest chick at the school, or one of the hottest chicks at the school, it was Shelly Besso was the undisputed hottest chick at our school. And then second place is this girl, but I'm not going to say her name because the story involves me hooking up with her. But
he's probably said her name on this podcast before when he used to. That was his thing.
I do. He's the
That was his thing. First and last name for everyone. My God.
But so her and I started walking. Like one day, her and I were walking. We had class together, and one day she made a joke about holding hands, like we were boyfriend and girlfriend. And I held her hand, and we walked all the way through Senior Square holding hands. Danny, the guy who this Jessica chick said is you're scary, don't talk to me ever again. The guy who had just gotten his braces off, who used to weigh 120 pounds, he's walking with this chick through Senior Square. And I was so uncomfortable and I felt so unworthy. And I remember that the next 2 weeks we walked to class together, I had to keep holding her hand because I didn't want to de-escalate. I wanted to keep moving towards sex, right, Leo?
Yeah, of course.
But it just, I was terrified and I was like, fuck this. I should have never done this. I just want to be a virgin. I don't want to talk to girls anymore. There's so much pressure, dude.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. High school's a weird time, man.
And I went out into my backyard one day in the fall of 2006. And I remember looking at my parents' mulberry tree, which is still there, and just thinking, like, this might be my last afternoon as a virgin. Because that night we were going to a party, and this chick was going to be there. Okay, there was.
So you were nervous. You were like nervous to do the act. Like,
yes,
it's crazy. It was just the fluid exchange. It's a lot.
There was this kid. So we went to this party at our buddy, this guy's house, who was a skate guy who knew some of my friends. He went to a different school. I think he was graduated, but for some reason he would host our high school parties. It was borderline creepy. His mom lived there too, and would just. So it was this guy's mom, the skater guy, and then a 30-year-old punk rocker who rented their third bedroom.
Jesus.
He wore steel-toed boots, identified as a skinhead, but insisted he wasn't racist. He was kind of like Nick Fuentes. He was like the Nick Fuentes of 2006. The hill he would die on was that skinhead is a working class movement and had no racial connotations. And I haven't looked into that enough to refute it, but that was his thing. He talked about it all the fucking time. He would like go up to 17-year-old girls and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Andy. I'm a skinhead. But no, I don't hate black people or gay people or anything." Like,
I just like punk music.
he would like tell 17-year-old girls he was a skinhead.
I mean, we should do that as a bit, dude. I mean, why haven't we done that as a bit with skull caps on? Just like real good ones.
Dude, the shit that went down at this fucking house is just unbelievable. Like, I remember chicks just like there were a couple chicks that would come over who were just like big sluts. And I remember this one girl popping out of various bedrooms like whack-a-mole. She popped out of one room that my buddy Chad was in. Her chest was just covered in jizz.
Come on, dude. And
She disappears in a different room, blows another guy.
Oh, God.
There was a half pipe in this garage too. So people would just get shit-faced and try to
crazy,
skateboard.
dude.
So many one of my first hand jobs I ever got was this chick who now has like 5 kids and was already, I think she would do ecstasy every weekend. She jerked me off on the floor of the living room right next to Steven Besso, a channel favorite, Steven Besso.
Wow.
And I remember just saying super loud, I was like, "Hey, Steven." He was like, "Yeah, what's up, Danny?" I was like, "I'm getting a hand job right now." And she didn't even slow down her stroke. This girl was so hardened. Didn't even
the
bother.
good old days, dude. I'm a fan of hand jobs, you know?
So the story, the chick who I was holding hands with,
Right.
she invites me from this house, the fucking skinhead skater house, back to her place. And we go back there. And this chick, I built her. You know how when everybody thinks a chick's hot, she becomes way hotter in your head, even if you're not like super attracted to her?
Yeah.
That effect was going on because she was the consensus second place hot girl at the school. Everybody's like, "Oh, she's got huge tits." She had like a B cup, but everybody in the back, "Oh, she's got giant tits, dude."
Like she wore a push-up bra, yeah.
Yeah. So like in my head, I had Pamela Anderson in the fucking sack of me.
Right.
So we go back to her fucking place and she has to go. I have to sneak by her dad's bedroom.
Oh my God.
She lives out in the boonies, like there are horses.
How'd you drive? You drove there?
One of her friends drove, no doubt drunk.
Oh
and her friend, one of her friends was there too, like fucking a pill dealer named Hector, who was like 29. She was like 16. So
Jesus.
Fuck.
I might have exaggerated. I think Hector was probably like 17. Hector was a pill dealer though. So
That seems like he might have been 29.
he might have been. I think
29-year-old
he
thing
either
to
was
do.
a senior and we were juniors, or he had graduated. I think he was graduated. He wasn't. I don't know why I lied right there, but he was not 29. It would have been a funnier story if he was 29.
Oh, yeah.
But so we go back there and she starts blowing me, and my cock. It is your first blowjob. It is like you are on ecstasy and you've been on a desert island for 15 years and a Victoria's Secret model has a finger up your ass. And that's how sensitive you are.
That's pretty good comparison there, yeah.
I had to, there was a song by this band called Black Dahlia Murder called Funeral Thirst, which is just some horrible metal song. Rest in peace, actually. I think the lead singer killed himself recently. But I was reciting the lyrics to Funeral Thirst in my head so that I didn't come in her mouth in 2 seconds.
How quickly would you have come, really, though?
Without Funeral Thirst?
Yeah.
Within 2 seconds.
Really? Just immediately?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you want to know the lyrics to Funeral Thirst?
Yeah, sure.
There cannot be... Whoa! Yeah! I can't scream anymore. I lost my scream. But it's dead hand grasp for the still night air. There cannot be a God, for he would not forgive this
That
despicable and
sounds
human
like a
monster,
thing.
twisted, rotten, and deformed.
Dude.
I am now a tool of my
Did she
unholy
think-
instincts.
What the fuck? She thought you were possessed by the devil.
I didn't say it aloud. It was in my head, dude.
I hope you didn't. Jesus Christ.
It was me thinking about baseball. But she wouldn't let me come. And I remember Smack That by fucking Akon was playing.
playing?
It was playing in the room, dude. Smack
Nice,
That
dude.
by Akon.
Great song, man.
But she
Classic.
wouldn't even let me come.
Really? She just like did it. She blew you for a little bit and that was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
And like it probably would
My
have.
second blowjob was just a girl that blew me for a little bit and stopped. She was pretty hot, but she was one of the hotter girls in school. But she, yeah, continue.
Well, this girl, she had a falling out with Shelly Besso. Her and Shelly Besso were best friends, the two cheerleader girls. But then the one that blew me, she went bad. She broke bad, Leo. And they started a clan called the Sister Enners. That was what they called. They were all white girls. They called themselves the Sister Enners without saying Enners. They called they called themselves the N word.
What?
Dude, it was Orangevale. And one of them died on bad Xanax. One of them overdosed. They like all have like nothing turned out well for the Sister Enners, dude.
That is wild. Yeah, you know what's crazy though is most of the sluttiest girls I knew from high school are married with kids, dude. And
Good families? Like good lives, or did they
I don't know
settle?
if I think the guy. I mean, the guy isn't like a handsome guy. Like I'll say that he's older and
Yeah.
ugly. All of them married like an older,
That's a
ugly
thing,
dude.
isn't it?
Yeah, an older, ugly dude will just marry like a younger
With a
slut.
flame tattoo and a flat-billed hat?
Yes.
And he drives like a lifted truck?
Yeah, that's very. Yes, even
And
out
he's
here, I know a couple like just like that. Yeah,
And she is 27 and he is 48.
yeah.
And he's just an ugly truck bro.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. It seems like a lot of girls end up doing that. Like
Yeah.
the kind of the girl that gets that had a lot of fun and like the local community is like, well, she might have herpes. You know, there was a girl that like
So true.
everybody banged, and that like,
Including
and then-
Leandro Fabian and Dottavio.
including myself. And then everybody was like, dude, I think she has herpes. And then I was like, and then obviously didn't have herpes. Can't be on the batch if you have herpes.
Is that true?
It's true. The herpes people hate the Bachelorette.
What about oral
ABC. That one is, dude, 85% of people have
Sure,
that. So
sure,
they can't
sure.
avoid that.
Sure,
So,
sure.
yeah, you can have that and be on the Bachelorette.
Cool.
You cannot have the
Herpes people? We should go to a herpes meeting.
dude, yeah, we should go and pretend that we're, herpes positive, but then just fucking come out and peddle the other shit.
Just make fun of them.
Just make fun of them. Nah, dude. I heard that community goes crazy online, which is a good thing, dude.
We should
That's what
find
we
them.
need.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
I'm
what
going to
I
look
mean?
that up, dude. Herpes support.
There are like a lot of chicks from where I'm from whose parents were like really religious and wouldn't allow them to be on birth control, and all of them just got knocked up like right out of high school.
Yeah, that's funny how that works. But Leo, you're really onto something with the way older truck bro.
That marries, this slutty younger, like just not like when she's like, what I mean young is like 27, like
Yes.
like borderline when she's 28, like when she's getting to the point where it's either she's going to be like a fucking like single forever and really bitter, or she just kind of just goes for it with this guy. you know?
And oftentimes, too, she'll have a kid already from a long failed
Yeah.
relationship,
Right,
and the truck bro will swoop in and play house.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like we had two girls that went into porn directly, and both of them are married with kids, dude. And the guy definitely has tattoos and wears hats, bro. Like both of them are like that with trucks that were the flat bill, flat bill you're talking about.
They
they're
look like
definitely-
Travis Barker without the good looks and fame and
You
money.
nailed it. Yeah. And it's funny because you got NorCal versions of that guy, and then you got the SoCal versions of that guy, which are they're not
Which
like,
is worse?
They're worse, yeah. And then they
Which
live
is
on
worse?
the-
I'm asking.
which is worse?
Yeah.
I think
You haven't encountered, maybe in your travels with me, you have encountered some of them.
Yeah.
Tell me the traits of the SoCal truck bro.
the SoCal truck bro, I mean, first of all, they're not going to live like in any part of the city which is kind of cool. They're only living like in the outskirts in like maybe like Chatsworth or like Valencia. And, I mean, a little too obsessed with their truck. You know what I mean? Like their car is a fucking really big deal to them.
Yeah.
Like borderline their entire personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like
Every penny they make goes right into their truck.
every penny they make goes right into their truck. Exactly. You nailed that. You worry, like for example, some of them still play on like they might on an opposing softball team actually that I play on. So I
Yeah.
see some of them from like way back and
White Oakley glasses.
Yes, dude.
Always a dip in.
still dipping, still smoking weed. And they have kids.
Well.
I'm just like, and you have kids, motherfucker. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you're my age. After the game, you're just hitting a bowl by your car. Like, I'm like, dude, you have kids, dog. You know what I mean? But then it's
Fed,
like,
there he is.
There he is, fed. So we got a fucking. So you got this guy smoking after the game, and then what your mind goes to is just like, damn, I'm worried about the kids. You know what I mean? Like they're growing up with this guy. he clear like I don't know how he could be a good father.
He probably has concussions from jumping his truck. I mean, we went out there. Austin and Dino were there when we
was
went
wild.
truck jumping with mud flap. Those were truck bros,
That
dude.
was crazy.
Dude, that when you guys hit that, like I said,
Let's watch
bro,
that. Let's pull that up. That's my video.
Pull that up because that's another bro. You don't even want to know
It's
what you got
raiding
paid
an
for.
old West Town. Danny Mullen kicked out of an old West Town.
You know, the
Danny
fucking
Mullen.
strike's over, bro. You know, people are gonna go back to work. Nah, nobody was booking shit. Everybody's acting like they're coming back to work all pumped, dude.
Yeah, as if
dude,
they have a 5-day-a-week gig.
exactly,
to go
bro.
to.
You book something once a year, dog. But but for real, this right here, this is like a $5,000 stunt that you pulled, right? Like you would literally on set, you jump a car like that. Also with
Dude,
no helmet.
I basically didn't even have a seatbelt on, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't believe you didn't do it without a helmet. That was nuts, bro. Did they give you a helmet?
No helmet. Okay, here we
Is
go.
it right here?
We got to make sure we don't miss the big jump. I don't know if you did or not.
So
but
how many
it looks
horsepower
good.
is it? How much horsepower
I
does
don't
that car
know,
have?
Leo. I don't give a shit about horsepower. I didn't ask.
I'm just curious. How could you
Look at
make
that.
the
That is a
car-
truck, bro.
Yeah, that's a truck, bro. dude.
Dino with the MAGA hat fits in well.
Yeah, so these guys in California, I mean, the SoCal guys, I mean, basically the only difference is the NorCal guys get the NorCal car, like the stars tattooed on them, you know?
Dude, that was a big jump.
That's
Rewind
a
that.
crazy jump.
So that looks like we probably cleared at least 30 feet.
And we got Chad behind the wheel.
Dude, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, maybe more.
30 feet's 10 yards. Like, y'all did like 30 yards. On a football field, dude.
Dude, this is
Yeah, no, you're right. 30 yards is more like it.
Oh my god. Like if you know, if you didn't time that out, you guys could have died right there, dude.
I kind of get it, though. I mean, look where we were. If you had this as your backyard and you live in Palm
would do
Springs,
it.
you might as well just get a truck and go fuck around. It is I love it. This is where we did the rat. You can cut right now, Austin. This is where we did the Rat Dick Ralph camping trip where Mudflat punched him in the face. It's dope out there.